Look at oh my god, my god, my god, my god, my god. Look at it. Look at it. Oh. Uh. 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 I'm totally. This is totally gonna work. It's totally gonna. Yeah. Because yeah. I'm struggling. Because Tide. Yeah. She's there's the markers are gonna fall. We're struggling. Kiwi. Kiwi. Here's a kiwi. Here's a kiwi. And then there's that kiwi. 3 kiwis. Because I don't know what this is. And I'm scared. Ah. Oh. 13. 13. What is this? What is this? Oh. Scared. This is printer paper. All of this is printer paper, I think. Is it? I think this is cardstock. There's this. We don't talk about this. I couldn't get that to work. 13. 13 is the plot armor. Oh. As you can see, the eyeball, the eyeball, the eyes. This better. There's this. The colors are the right colors, and the stripes are more prominent, and they're going in the right direction on this one because they're going backwards, and then the horn, her horn is also better, and whatever this is, I don't know. We don't worry about where Tide went. I don't know where Tide went. I don't know where the Tide remake parts went. I only found one singular piece of him. It was part of his bottom jaw. I don't know where the rest of him is. But his eye was terrible on that anyway, so I mean. Yeah. Tide. There's a lot of these markers. I don't know which. These are markers I used for trout. These fell on the floor. Um, Trout is in a drawer. And once this is done, I can do what I've always wanted to do. I got problems with this. I take off the cap. I can't put the cap. I can't. It doesn't. This is green. It was that green. Yeah, it was that one. Do you want paper? Do I need to send you paper? I have paper that I can send you. Are you in need of paper? I couldn't cut this with scissors. I poked this with a pencil, and then I just like. It looks like that. This did actually turn out well. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit bent up from when I was impaling it with that dull pencil, but yeah. I didn't want to go downstairs to sharpen the pencil. I think this is the right green. Yeah. I can see I can see the Pearl villain arc. I'm seeing it. Move all of these. What is happening? Yippee! 2-hour delay for school tomorrow. Yeah. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to the trauma building. I don't want the trauma building. No. Okay. This should work as intended. I hope. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. This is tedious. I can do it. Oh, what is that noise? What is that noise? It's that pain. It's sticky. Sticky. Hibba. Hibba-dibba-doo. The streak lines. Homeschool. I feel like homeschool. I procrastinate too much to be trusted with homeschool. If we double layer the markers, it should dry lighter. I don't know. Because the streak lines make it look. I think. There you go. I think. Okay. These markers, the broadside works a lot better than my other markers. So if you do multiple layers, it blends together. I have a tired voice. You can hear the tired voice. Some of the green marker got past my outline. It's really close to the pupil. So I have to get the fine point. And the fine point will fix everything. I have 150 sheets of cardstock. Would you like some cardstock? Some premium cardstock? because it's premium cards. So it's okay. It's a little bit round. There. I fixed it. Everything's fine. Going to explode and die. Hubba-dubba-doo. uh, 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 where, which, it's, wait. Yeah, that's what is happening. It's gonna exist back. Marker yeah. This is painful. When you dig a hole with your friends, it's a way to avoid committing murder. Yay! I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? I'm quoting a kid's show. That's, yeah. Yeah, that, okay. This is upside down. I don't want to redo the Sharpie. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. Oh, 11. 11. The creepers always drop 11 whenever I'm attacking a creeper, and then it just gets sniped by a skeleton. I don't know what's up with that. That's both the times that 11 has magically appeared. I'm seeing the issue. I don't know if this is working. I'm confused. You're closed. I think it's closed. Um, Uh, uh, this is not working. I don't think. I go live and yet I am not in a talking mood now. We don't say words. Words are overrated. Talking is overrated. Gender differences. What was that? No. What was that noise that I made? I don't know. Guys, I love gender differences. I love. For some reason, I keep making the feel sound. Do I? No. Female storm gliders. dominate the males, and they kick out the males for the winter and fall, the fall and winter, the cold seasons, and then like I don't know about summer. Are they kicked out in summer? I don't know. Do I kick him out for the summer? What did I say? Something about bees. Something about bees. Something about the female bees kick out all the males because the males don't do anything. The males are just a waste. So all the males are sentenced to death for the winter, which is cruel, but then it's also like survival, because yeah, the males, they don't survive that long in the cold without the hive. They gotta get their own resources. I don't know. What does a bee eat? What do the bees eat? I don't know what bees eat. The male storm gliders are only used for breeding. They're only used for the mating and the yeah. So there's only male storm gliders if they're too young to be kicked out, or it's mating season. Yeah. Volt's never gonna get old enough to get kicked out, though. Reproduction, yes. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. Yeah, the marker lines are way better on this than in the other one. It's I need a name. I need some kind of a name for Aurora's pocket dimension that she has, where her little bad boys hang out. Normal. It's really purple in there, and you can see the northern lights constantly in the sky. The grass is like the grass is purple. There's lots of grass, lots of fog. It's always dark. It's just a place. Bad boys. Even though Mosaic is a girl, but we don't talk about that. So yes, that's where she hangs out with Tide and Soul in Mosaic. Tide doesn't really want to be in there. Soul and Aurora are the only ones that can open the gate to get in and out of there. They have to rip a hole in reality or something on it. Rip a hole in space. Palkia. Yeah. He kind of just like he just kind of like does that, and then boom, there's a hole. There's a hole in the air, and they just walk through, and it's in the normal place. There's a dead drowned on the floor. Yeah. Starstruck Woods. Starstruck Woods is the only place that has a name so far. The jungle is literally just the jungle. There's nothing else. The Serpent Terror. The woods where the Serpent Terror live. The Serpent Terrors live. That needs a name. What do you name a place full of a bunch of poisonous dragons? I think it's 1 in 1,000. It's 1 in 1,000, I think. 1 in 1,000 Serpent Terrors are venomous. Yeah. Coral is venomous. Are they twins? Okay, they're not identical twins. If they're identical twins, they'd both be poisonous, but no. Because coral is venomous. Coral snake. Scarlet is a scarlet king snake. Scarlet king snakes, as far as I know, are not poisonous. But still, I don't know, it's not really a valley. It's like a pine forest, maybe. Pine. Really big pine trees. Pine trees, yeah. Bigger than the trees in the jungle, that's for sure. Yeah, those are Kiwi's girlfriends. It's those two. Not romantically, but why did I get up? Oh yeah. This guy. What is this? What is this thing? Where are the pufferfish? I have pufferfish that came with this set. There's random pieces of this set just sitting around. Everything I build, it disintegrates. Okay, there is one pufferfish. Ah! I've been jump scared. There's a switch. I don't know. What did the switch do? Where is the rest of this? There's a pufferfish. There's a puffer. And there's a switch that switches something. I don't remember what it's supposed to do. It does something. The drowned. There should be a bigger pufferfish. And I don't know, it might just be the drowned. I don't know. I don't know where the rest of this is. The drowned can just like. Yeah. Let me put this one. I'm not gonna step on it. Take Anyway. Kiwi. I'm a kiwi. Gummy goo. This is gummy goo. Okay. It's gummy goo. He kind of looks like a Happy Meal toy. Okay, we have this. There's hair on my hands again. I don't know where the hair's coming from. This is that way. This is different. Because there's reasons. Swear, make these bottom jaws too skinny. And then like bases, they're weird. But yeah, I had to cut that because it looked weird. But then this is like this. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. And there's the reference sheet. Okay. Kiwi is gonna be Angie this time instead of paralyzed in fear. Paralyzed with fear. Wait. Fear, just fear. Mr. Fear. Because the Kiwi. Because this. Whereas we don't need to look at this. A watermelon. Watermelon. This doesn't have a bottom to the base. So it's a bit goofy. Oh yeah, there's a baby. Guys. I started this off. I made the dragon puppets before I made any lore for them. So I made that short where Soul found the mosaic egg and said it would hatch at like, I don't know, 950 something, I forgot. And then I looked at that and like, you know what, I'm gonna make that a canon event. So that's a canon event. So we're slowly piecing this together. This has slowly been put together from nothing. We're slowly building the lore from nothing. I made Kiwi. Here's what I did. I looked at my dragon figures and I picked one. I picked one dragon figure. I picked this one. And the only reason I picked this one is because there's a tiny little frill right there. That's the only reason. And then I used this and I built my own sea dragon off of it, and I built Tide. So basically, I tried making the early versions of Tide, the early doodles of Tide, trying to figure out what to make him look like. they were looking more like that figure, and then I decided to change that. So basically, okay, we're going into the Kiwi look. We're guys, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. This. Do you see this? Do you see this? This was originally going to be tied. The problem was I made it too small, and it looked weird. This. Yes. But then I hated it, and I had a species form. I redesigned. I had to redesign the species. So he looks like this now. Because every time I try to draw this, it looks awful. So I made something that is not awful and is this silly. It's this silly guy. So yeah. Yeah, and then there's also the Just Shapes and Beats AU, because I would live stream Just Shapes and Beats, but then like half the songs are copyrighted. So I can't. If I do, I'd have to turn the volume off, and then that's like half the game. It's shapes and beats. You'd only be seeing the shapes, and you wouldn't be getting the beats, and it wouldn't be satisfying. Okay. Yeah. I can't show you the first version of Kiwi. That may or may not be in the trash. I do have pictures of it though. It got accidentally thrown in the trash, so I don't have the very first picture of Kiwi as physical. I do. I can post a picture of it after this. Yeah, Kiwi used to be like horizontal. Yeah, I haven't lost any of my dragon puppets, but yeah, I have all of my puppets. Wait, actually. Okay, not the 3 that I gave to my cousin. She lost all of those, and I am very upset about that. Okay, two of those were for her specifically. The third one, I know you comment. I know what you comment on my Towards Blood Moon. It was that the sketchbook check, audio. What is happening? The sketchbook check audio with the pink dragon that was heart shaped. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one. I gave that to my cousin and she lost it. She didn't keep track of the stuff that I gave her. It's painful. That is the only time you'll ever see that dragon. That heart-shaped dragon. It's supposed to be like a chocolate dragon, and then one side is like wrapped up and the other side is the chocolate. It was a weird dragon. It wasn't a very good dragon. But it looked cute when I finished it. Now I can redesign it though. I don't know if I want to. See, I think about making the holiday dragons, but then I'm like, how am I gonna fit this into the lore? the only dragons that I have that don't fit into the lore are dragons based off of characters that I like. Although, Yaron, Roar, the jungle dragon, yeah. Okay, I need to Sharpie correctly. It's tedious. You ever say something and you instantly forget what you just said? Yeah. We do this. To think of lore to talk about. If I'm not talking about lore, I'm not talking about anything. Holiday dragons, painful. Oh, I do. No. Where? Yeah. Aha. You've gotten me hooked onto the Life series because I tend to get hooked onto things. Lore. What lore should I talk about? What lore should I talk about? Let's see, the colors on Soul. They are the colors of the rainbow, but they are not ordered in a rainbow pattern. They're ordered in complementary. I think it's complementary colors. It's complementary colors like red and green and orange and blue and yellow and purple. It's not rainbow. And the mosaic gets the rainbow. The light blue outline. That's it's I don't know. It's spirit. It's spirity. That I don't know. We don't. I will drag Soul out for this. Okay. It's the spirals. We don't worry about the spirals. I never draw the spirals because they're painful to draw. So like the back of his ear here would be blue, and then this is this part isn't exactly accurate. That wouldn't be great. It would be blue. So he's got the blue. It goes over and it goes under. It's kind of just wrapped in the blue. I don't know. It's kind of just like that. Have this. Have this. Yeah, I have this. I have these. Yeah, it goes just around. Yeah, it's just a design thing. The giant Eevee is on the chair that I don't want in my room because it takes up a lot of space under my bed. And I'd like to put a desk under there. I do need to finish that. I'm not gonna go downstairs and get it. I know. I'm not. No. I'm gonna resist. It. Oh yeah. I have the Moros Intrepidus. Look at it. I don't remember where it came from, but it's yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This. I have this. I don't have his projectiles, but I do have the Ender Dragon. And his leg proportions are confusing me. Yeah. The Ender Dragon is hanging out in the background. He kind of just sits there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Oh. Anyway. This. Yeah, this. Absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Ibba-dibba-doo. I need to know whose lore I should talk about. It's very important. Because that is how I commentary. If I'm not talking about the lore, I need to know the lore that I'm talking about. What am I talking about? Blackberry. Let's see. Blackberry doesn't have much lore before the entire thing that happened with the jungle and she flew away. Yeah, I don't know. During the war that was like a few months or something. I don't know. Can you call it a war? I guess. I mean, it's more than just a battle. Yeah. She did not leave the den. Every wyvern that was caring for a little child was staying in their cave. So Lemon and Lime are actually siblings. They're twins. They're twin siblings, and they are the parents of Cranberry. So Cranberry is adopted because of all that. So yeah, Lemon was taking care of Cranberry, but Lemon is tired because she's not a mom. Lime brought home this egg that a glow snake had stolen. Somehow I've gotten off of Blackberry and gone to Cranberry. Different berry, wrong berry. Yeah, Lemon was tired, not paying attention to Cranberry during the war. So Cranberry managed to get out. And then all that happened. Yeah, Blackberry was hanging out with the tiny 2-year-old Kiwi. 2-year-old Kiwi, yeah. Apricot was defending Blackberry. He didn't have that many opponents though, because they all the sea dragons are more focused around the central area and they're off to the side. But yeah, he doesn't want Blackberry because Blackberry and a 2-year-old child. Blackberry is not the combat type. But Lemon is the combat type. Lemon is like, she's a lemon. She's sour. She's got a bit of a sour attitude sometimes. So she will fight someone. She will attack. What is this noise? This is the noise of pressure. Pressure. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I think it's fine. Lore, Blackberry. Yeah. Not much between the end of the war and the events of Smoking Blood in terms of the Jungle Wyverns, at least. Because the Kyanite and the Volt thing is yes, that's yeah. I think that I need to look at that again. I forgot. I need to screenshot that so I can remember it without scrolling in community posts. Because last time I did that, I got a headache. Yeah. Yeah. Kiwi is 2 years old. Tiny 2-year-old kiwi. It's just a kiwi. Blackberry doesn't have that much. Kiwi totally wandered out somehow. I don't know. She wandered out because she wanted to just walk. Because she's a tiny little curious child. She wants to walk, go away, do something. Tide Spectre returns after killing Dragon Fruit. She's bloating about it. She's bloating. She's just telling everyone about what she did. Tiny little Tide. He's like he's like 5 or 7, I forgot. It's one of those two. He's either 5 years older or he's 3 years older. Yeah. Tide gets freaked out about when Spectre's talking about she killed someone. Tide's not a big fan of that. Tiny little baby Tide. So after Spectre goes to sleep, he decides that he wants to swim away. So he swims over. He's on the beach. He's just hanging out. Okay, 5. He's sitting on the beach, being a child that doesn't know what he's doing. I need to get this need to do this the right way. Where's the? It's on the back of the board. This is fine. Kiwi, tiny 2-year-old Kiwi ends up on the beach as well. She sees Tiny Tide hanging out. She's a child who doesn't know how to communicate. She walks over to him because she's curious and she wants to know what is happening. Like, who is this? They do some sniffing. They sniff each other and all that. Spectre wakes up. Spectre is freaking out. Like, where is my child? I want my child. This is my child. And he's gone. I can't believe this. She goes, tracks the scent. Yeah. Because she can track scent better than any other sea dragon. Because she's a sea serpent. And I gave her a big nose, so that big nose is gonna be used for something. And it's the sniffing. She's really good at tracking and all that. Yeah. Yes, Spectre's a good mom. I am struggling with Spectre though. Trying to get her dialogue to not be out of character. Because it sounds out of character. It's bothering me. But then she's supposed to be more of a... She's not supposed to talk seriously around her son though when she's with Tiny. So yeah. There's things, there's problems. Is it out of character or is it not? Because she's hanging out with Tide, so technically it's that's normal. So. But it doesn't feel right. I'm struggling here. Need this. The outline needs to match. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. What else? Let's see. Yeah. Spectre pops up out of the water. Is very defensive about Tide. Kiwi gets spooked and runs into a bush. And she's kind of just poking out of the bush and staring at Spectre. Okay, so there's a scene from Lion King 2 when I was rewatching it that instantly made me think of this. You haven't seen Lion King 2. I don't know if you know Zira. Kovu and Kiara. Cubs. This shouldn't be spoilers. It's like the first 10 minutes of the movie. Kovu is my child. Yeah, Kiara and Kovu are hanging out as cubs. And then here's the thing. Kovu's mom, then Kiara's dad, Simba, they both jump out of the grass at the same time. And they're protecting their children. Because you got the outsiders and you got Pride Lands and all that, so they don't like each other. So basically that's how that works, because then Apricot also comes out of the bushes as Spectre comes out of the water. So yeah. It's a forbidden romance with Kovu and Kiara. I think Kion might be canon. I'm starting to think that Kion's canon. I can't actually explain why, because that would spoil something, but I'm trying to think. Do I make it a wide eye. Do I make it like wide open or do I do the angry? Because I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Kion sends. So Kion is younger than Kiara. Kiara meets Kovu before Kion is born. So when Zira takes Kovu back, they're at their Termite Hill home, and then in the Lion Guard, okay, yes, the Lion Guard, Kion roars at Zira and her pride, and that's what sends them to their Termite home. So they make it clear that they weren't living there before. So it's a bit of a timeline issue there. It's a bit of a timeline issue because according to the Lion King 2, they're already there before Kion, but then according to the Lion Guard, they weren't there until Kion. So yeah, there's some issues. There's a little bit of issues. Fuli's a cheetah. There's no other cheetahs in the Pride Lands. Who were Fuli's parents? I don't know. They won't tell me. And then Ono is adopted. And then they never found Ono's parents, but there are other egrets or whatever. Something about Tiny Johnsha was taking his egg and then they saved it. They were tiny. They were tiny. This is about this is a what was it? Oh, Anga. This was an Anga story. I forgot why the story was there. I don't know. It should be a season 3 thing. Anyway, stop talking about Lion Guard and that. Yeah. Apricot and Spectre are staring at each other, defending the Tiny Tide and the Tiny Huey. Yeah, but Apricot knows that Spectre. I think. Well, does he? Wait, does he? How would he know? He wasn't there. He wasn't at the scene. Someone could have told him. Lizzie Blue is scratching at a door, but it's not my door. Yes. I don't know. We can figure out if Apricot knows that Spectre's the one that killed that killed Dragon Fruit later. But she is the leader of the guard. And she is the only one in the Sea Dragon Palace. They have like a castle. It's kind of a castle. It's not really a castle. It's a palace. There's the dens are like really fancy down there. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Because I say the royal librarians, like they don't have like royal. He's the king. I don't know. It's a monarchy or something. I don't know. It's bloodline. Telling about Moray has superpowers. He's got the lightning. Tide does actually have the powers of both of its parents, but he can't use them on it with his own. His powers are controlled by his emotions. Okay. Yeah. That's how that works. It's his emotion. His powers are controlled by his emotions. Like the lightning, he only got the lightning that came out from his paws because Mori was making him really mad. He got all upset. And he attacked Moray, and then there was lightning. Moray didn't really care about the lightning because he is the lightning. He is immune to the effects of electricity. Lore. Tide can camouflage like his mom, but the color of his scales really just changes depending on his emotions and his feelings. So he's green when he's in pain. He's green when he's in pain. Okay, his blood moon form is green. There's some things to be said about this. I need. I'll inhale the lore. I'll inhale what we're saying here. Creator. Rar. So creator, right? I need to know how creator exists. I need to know what creator does. I need to know what she does because I don't know what she does. Yeah, the blood moons. He looks at the blood moons and he's like, ugh. Squid Game. I have not watched Squid Game. I do not want to watch Squid Game. I think that I would be traumatized if I were to watch Squid Game. Because I've seen some things. I'm not too fond of it. Oh, that's you. Yeah, why is my voice whimpering like a dog? Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. So basically Matrix is seen as a good guy to most of his little protogen babies, if I'm getting this right. Because they don't really like their team for killing Matrix. They like Matrix even though Matrix. Yeah. So if the name is the music disc, I don't actually know what the music disc sounds like. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a music disc until I looked up all of the music discs because I am not caught up on the music discs past other sides. So I had to catch myself up on that. And I'm a little okay. Well, not on other side. Past 05. I know about 05. I did forget about 05, but I did then remember 05. 05. We don't talk about 05. So creator, based on the name, it's like based on the name and the name alone. I'd say that she could create tiny objects. She can create small objects or something. I don't know. She can just manifest a rock out of thin air. She can just she can just she can just make this. This is like I don't actually know what this is. She can just do this, and then yeah. That's what my brain is giving me, and it's not giving anything else. That is yeah. No, not the wall candy. I'm out of wall candy. You ate all of the wall candy. You ate all of it. If we're talking about a blackberry, yeah, blackberry. The fire. The cause of the fire. Aurora is a god. Aurora is actually a girl. Even though you want to think something like that would have a gender. She has a gender. She is an alien. She has gender. I don't know where she came from. She just happened. She just happened. She's got the powers. She jump started. She did something that jump started the eruption of a volcano. I think, or she just faked the eruption. I think I pointed out that they didn't. That Feldspar and Corey never heard the eruption. They said it wasn't due to happen. She could have like punctured some holes, made some lava flow, and then the molten scales may have thought that it may have been erupting. She could have done something. I don't know. But the volcano doesn't exactly erupt crazy full-scale eruption or anything. But it is enough to get the molten scales to start a migration to a new volcano. So basically, they get energy from the volcano whenever the lava is coming out. So when they get the energy when it erupts, and the energy helps them to migrate because they're mostly in their dormant form. But when they're in their active form, they're flying to a new volcano. So yeah. Their scales, they get molten hot because they are the molten scales. They are the molten scales. So yeah. They fly over the jungle. Maybe through like the canopy, I guess, because they're tiny. They're little guys. They do spark some of the leaves, and it starts a fire. And because there's so many of them, it spreads to the entire jungle. There's your excuse for me setting the jungle on fire. I try to point out that it's not a normal thing for the entire jungle to be on fire. Normally it's like small bit. It's normally a small bit. But no, it's the entire jungle. Because the entire jungle because yeah. It is based on the fireworms. They're based on the fireworms with that from the fireworms. The fireworms from How to Train Your Dragon. Those guys, they migrate. I forgot the reason why they migrate, but they do migrate, and when they land, they set stuff on fire. So the jungle trees are just high enough. Yeah. Okay, I'm staring at this. I don't know. Gasp. My reference sheets are just the side view of the dragon, and then what breath they have or what powers they have. Yeah. Uh-huh. What is going on? We're not using AK-47s for walking again. We're not doing that. It's a little bit late for that. Anyway. Okay, hold on. I'm staring at this. I've got it. I figured it out. This is yes. Yes. Cat dog. I hear the cat slash dog. It makes me think two-headed. Two heads. It's giving me two heads. Yippee. Okay. Yeah, okay, so fire. Well, you say cat slash dog, and the thing is that the disc is just cat. So I hear cat slash dog, and it makes me think two heads because cat and dog. And that yeah that. I have a sixth sense that understands what is happening. Or something. I might do more of those. I have quarters. I don't know if the quarters. What is the thing? A feed a dragon. How does one feed a dragon? I must think. How the dragons would eat. Ooh, lore. Lore is the Minecraft lore that I never knew about. No one told me about this. I'm staring at the picture of Aurora that I have on the wall. She used to have two green glowing rings between like her head and the base of her neck. I don't do those anymore because those are too complicated and it's too much. And we put the rings on the tail. And yippee! This is great. This is great. Okay, so anyway, fire. Apricot wakes up first, and he's trying to wake up Blackberry. Blackberry wakes up from the smoke. She's a little bit fuzzy from breathing in the smoke. I don't know. Apricot is alert though. So Blackberry is confused. She can hear Apricot, but Apricot's voice is kind of fuzzy. It's kind of muffled. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's dazed and tired. She does realize what's happening. So then she does try to run out, but the smoke is the smoke. She coughs. She starts coughing. A lot of coughing. Dust is falling from the cave ceiling, the roof of the cave. Apricot realizes what is about to happen, so he runs full force and rams into Blackberry, which sends Blackberry out of the cave. And then that's a very rough impact. So Apricot is also high toxin. Hello. Blackberry comes back to her senses again. We are explaining lore. Yes, the lore. The Wyvern lore. Blackberry. This is Blackberry focused. We're trying to make a Blackberry focused. I'm going off on side tangents about other things and other characters and Minecraft discs. Yeah, Apricot is recovering a little bit, but he's struggling. He's struggling to recover from that because the combination of inhaling smoke and running full force into your wife, it's basically the cave that they're in, the roof is held up by the roots of a tree. Yes, Blackberry. So the tree is burning and it's falling apart, so the roots are coming loose, which means that the roof of the cave is collapsing. So yeah, Blackberry is seeing Apricot get crushed by the roof of the cave. So then Apricot kind of just dies I don't know if he dies instantly from the rocks crushing him or if it's slow. I don't know if I want to make it slow because he doesn't deserve the slow and the painful. But then again, my excuse for characters dying in characters dying and people are mad about the characters dying, my excuse is that it's more realistic. Because you can't complain about characters not dying because plot armor. But then you also complain when the characters do die. Because like it's more, guys, it's more natural. It's more natural when characters die not in the exact way you would want them to die, because it's like I can't explain it. I can't explain this, but it's right. But that's just the way it goes, guys. You gotta deal with it. Say the character was killed off too early. I mean, it's the character. The character dies. Anyway. I'm trying to think of an example. Alice is the example that I'm thinking of. Because Alice, hanging out, episode 6, gets stomped on by the Sentinel. You know, Alice from Murder Drones, yeah. I know she's your favorite character. And then also Bo. I can't pronounce Bo's name. I'm just saying Bo. they don't deserve to die, but they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then they get killed, and that's just how it goes. My pencil marks are too light. Alice, I'm a big Alice fan. I think that Alice is my third favorite. She has my favorite design. Somehow talking about Apricot's death has led me to talking about Alice. I don't know. These things just happen. Tiny. Mellowhigh feels small. I look at Mellowhigh and like that is a small. That it's small. Small little. Yes. Okay, brain. Brain is brooning. The loading circle is in my head right now. It's spinning around. It's loading. It's not loading fast enough. I do want to point this out. Okay, so there is a dragon in Rescue Riders. The only other time I've ever so she can make other people lose their memories, and then she also loses her own memories in the process. I have seen this once before. I'm not comparing. I wouldn't know. I will point this out. So you don't watch Rescue Riders. I do, for some reason, because I'm crazy. I watch the baby show. So something about Rescue Riders is yes. So something about Rescue Riders is just yeah. Even though it is a show for tiny children's, but I love it anyway. I'm just trying to escape. I think the very last episode, which is not on Netflix, only the first 2 seasons are on Netflix for some reason, and the rest is on Peacock. There's a dragon that blows out dust that makes you lose the memories. He also inhales the dust himself, so he also loses the memories. It's very silly. It's a very silly coincidence. Other than that. Yeah, no one knows what's happening at all. I'm staring at this. I don't know what's happening. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing it. This line is here. This is here. There's that one. Mellowhigh headbutts into a dragon, and then the dragon loses its memories. And then she also loses her own memories because the impact is just I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think that's right. Malohai, yes. Tackle the dragon, and then they're both confused. Neither of them know what's happening. And the next thing you know it, they're best friends. Hello. Okay, I think it's working. Hee. They don't even remember that they're fighting. They see each other, they talk about things, they get a bunch of similarities. They walk away best friends forever. It's great. What? Generator. Radiator. Radiator, wait. Yeah. I really bamboozled this. Wait. This is savable. We are not spamming, no. The spamming is yeah. I hear cat. Should I go kidnap my cat? Yippee! I'm trying to think. Do I make the eye an angry eye, or do I have it just be wide open? I don't really know. I don't know. Angie. Let's go. We're gonna do the Angie. Okay. So if we I've been making the middle of the slitted pupils white lately because I feel like it has Yes, we have 3 moderators. Well, maybe 4. I think my alt might be a moderator. Three moderators. One of them is my brother, Greg. It's Greg. I can't trust Rel with moderator. Yeah, it's Greg, and it is the Blood Moon, the Wonderful, and the Toxin. The rules. Oh, I see them. I see them. Yes. There. The rules. Anyway, look at this Angie. Look at I'll draw the rest of it, guys. Don't worry. Okay, the lore. A blackberry. Okay, well, okay, she wasn't exactly jilted back to reality. She is immediately. she goes a little bit. She does see it. After seeing Apricot get crushed by the rocks, she then gets jolted back to reality and all that. And then she freaks out and she flies off. She gets hit by burning wood. Yeah, burning wood is falling. There's burning pieces of wood and leaves that are on fire, all that falling. And she's getting burned. She's getting burned from it. And the smoke is also stinging her eyes. She does eventually break free from the trees, but then she flies up into a cloud of smoke. She bumps into some different wyvern that is literally just a wyvern that she bumps into, and there's nothing more to that wyvern than that. And then that makes her lose her balance. And then the smoke catches up to her again. Although for some reason I don't have the smoke be any more of a problem to her after all that, because then all the problems are gone. Her lung, she didn't get asthma like Greywing. People like to victimize themselves. The guilt tripping. Anyway. Yeah, Blackberry is falling. She gets so exhausted. She does pass out. I think my brightness is still on the lowest setting. Yeah, okay, there. Yeah, huh. Yeah, she passes out like midair and hits the ground, and lots of terrible things happen. If you hit the ground when you're like, I forgot, really high up in the air, we speedrun the reference sheet. I'm gonna try and get these completely into somehow. Concentration. Okay, yeah, so if you fall. Yes. Okay, fix that. We love Blackberry. Blackberry's great. She is not a main character, but she does get she does get her own thing. I'm very happy about how these tears turned out. Anyway, yeah. If you fall from the sky, she's not controlling anything because she's passed out. She breaks her arm. What the? You reconnect on me. Yeah, no. She breaks the yeah. Where is that weird thing? I'm a drinky. thingamajig. No, I have this. Yes. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. I think that is right. It should. I'm pretty sure it's the left one that's broken. I did not go back to double check if I was doing the right one. But yeah. So she can't do the flying. Because that she can't fly. She's grounded. She's completely grounded. Yeah. I did try to do the splint. Quarry took the trunk of a tree. No, we get explains in a second after the thing. She does wake up. I got confused about the wings. The wings confused me. Wyvern wings confused me. I feel like they weren't long enough. She wakes up. Quarry is sniffing her face. She realizes that there's a massive apex predator right there, and it is the female. And the female night prowlers are bigger than the males. And I think Mosaic just grew up really quick. Mosaic's still kind of young, but she's still as big as Quarry is, despite being so much younger. Oh yeah. Quarry does not. She is the mother. She's got the mother. She will be a mother. She refuses to eat dragons. Both Quarry and Feldspar refuse to eat dragon. At least dragons that talk, and they're like, yeah. So a molten scale is fair game because they're like little animals. A molten scale. Yeah. Molten scale is to Quarry and Feldspar as like a mouse or squirrel or bird is to a warrior cat, basically. Although they don't eat foxes. They don't eat herons. They don't eat badgers. They don't eat each other. Okay, they don't eat any predators. Can I just point out, I don't really like how the dogs are portrayed in warrior cats, because every single dog just wants to murder the cats, and that doesn't seem very realistic. Anyway, we're not gonna rant about warrior cat dogs and how they're not realistic. All of the Rottweilers, those guys, the pack kill dogs, those are just like hunting dogs, and hunting dogs will murder whatever is in front of them. So there's that. We're not renting, no. Blackberry, a big old Quarry. Yeah. Her first instinct is to stand up and do her defensive display to make herself look big and scary. So yeah, she does try to stand up and step back and all that. She feels the pain in her leg. It's like, and then she like shrieks and falls over. And she's just staring at these predators helplessly. And they're just staring at her, very concerned. Not sure what to do with this So yeah, they take her home. Just pick it up and take it home. We found this thing hanging out. Don't know where it came from. It fell from the sky. Feldspar is a little bit slow and doesn't realize that there's a wildfire. Corey didn't see it. Corey was not distracted and looking in the sky. Yeah, Corey picks up Blackberry, puts her on Feldspar's back. Blackberry is so tired that she falls asleep again. She does a lot of falling asleep and passing out. So they're walking through the woods. The rain is coming in because there is a storm. The storm is coming because that did happen, and I would never forget that there is a storm that is the reason that the wildfire goes out in the first place, because like that I point that out in Smoke and Blood, so I have to not forget that happened, or we're all gonna be doomed, and then the canon will be ruined. But yeah, and then she wakes up again because for some reason I do every single time skip transition that there is literally just Blackberry falling asleep and waking up, and I'm trying not to make it repetitive, but it's really hard not to. It's so difficult. Yeah, she wakes up. It is the night time. It is late at night. It's like midnight. So the fire did start in the evening. Yeah, it started in the evening. Oh no, I'm hearing that weird noise again that's outside. That noise that sounds like a train horn in the far distance. I'm hearing that noise again. I don't know what it is. Every single night, there's this noise in the distance that sounds like a train horn, but it's going off way too much to be a train horn, and there's no train tracks around here, so I don't know what it is. It's really bothering me. Yes, the pain. Train pain. See, now I don't hear it anymore. I don't know what it is. That one community post I made, I said it was like, it's totally a UFO. Oh. Let me catch up. Yeah, she wakes up. Corey has got the thing. She's not really a doctor. Not as much of a doctor as Lagoon. She got like wet moss, and then she carved out the trunk of a tree and wrapped it around Blackberry's wing. So yeah, basically, you got the arm, you got the forearm. Oh yeah, I probably should do that. That's a good point. I can do that. Yeah. Basically, the wing is coming out of here. They're both tied together, so she can't like extend the wing. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about it when I posted it, but I just no. I want more so. Personally, I don't like cold weather. I like the heat. I like warmth. I'm sensitive to changes in the temperature. So if the temperature changes, I will explode. If someone turns on a fan and the fan is blowing on me, I will get a headache and I will explode. The only reason I have a fan in my room that I turn on is because I can't sleep without the noise. It's not the ceiling fan. I've never turned on this ceiling fan. It's a different fan and it's pointing away from my bed because I hate air blowing on me. We're getting distracted now. Yeah, she's got wet moss on the scars that she got from falling, and also the burns from the wood and the leaves falling on her. And she's fine. All of that, yeah. I always say that it's cold in my house, and every time that I say it's cold, my mom's just like, it's 60 degrees. I'm like, that is so cold. I'm freezing in here. Yes. Anyway. Blackberry is lucky and doesn't get any infections somehow. I don't know. Well, actually, she might get an infection after the other thing that happened. Thresher did get an infection because that's a bunch of dead and burnt wood that he's got fallen and getting. He's got splinters in his tail. Lots of stuff. Big broken tail. The infection is starting at the tip of the tail and is creeping down. And that's not good. That's a bad infection. Bad things could happen with the infection going down there. So we cut it off. We put on. We get the mud. We cover it in the mud, and then the infection is chopped off, and all of that, and then basically the mud is there to protect it, so nothing else can get in it. Don't ask why the mud doesn't infect it. We don't talk about that. And then the mud is also good for like momentum and all that. Good for tail attacks. Quarry and Feldspar are yelling at Charcoal. Cranberry's dad. We all know Charcoal. I'm pretty proud of how I got Charcoal's personality going here. So like I want Charcoal to be a character that people are upset about, but I don't want him to be a character that people hate because he's a bad character. I want it to be he's supposed to be a hateable character, just like I don't know what was his name. Kareem from the Dragon Prince is really good at being a hateable character. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know how much of the Dragon Prince you've seen. I don't know if you finished it or not. But no, he's really good at being hateable because he doesn't do anything right. Because of his own visions. His own visions cause him to. So all of the choices he does, they're all terrible choices. Because he thinks he's doing it right, but he doesn't. Yes. Season 5. Ooh. There's lots of crew. Yes. Charcoal. He's so Charcoal. He's I need him to be so that no one likes him. I don't he's supposed to be a hateable character. Because yes. Because you don't want people to hate the character because they think that it's just not a good character. You want it to be because the character is doing things that have reason, but they're not things that you want him to be doing. So you hate him because he's not following what the good guys are doing. Then he's not exactly a villain either. He's just doing it all because he's selfish. He's a selfish guy. So he does in fact suggest that Feldspar and Quarry eat Blackberry because he's pretty upset about it. He's pretty upset that they brought in Blackberry because I mean like father like daughter, they're similar. Cranberry and Charcoal, they both would rather eat meat than fruit. They prefer the carnivorous part of their diet and they're herbivorous. So Charcoal does not like eating the fruit. Nettle does like fruit, but Charcoal really wants her to eat the meat. And Nettle just accepts that because yes, Cranberry is better. Because Charcoal wants Cranberry to leave, even though Cranberry is the leader after Dragon Fruit because Durian just doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Cranberry does rebuild the Wyvern tribe. Cranberry is the reason that is back together again. And then Charcoal just wants her to leave. Just like that. Because he only cares about the survival of his family. And he wants his daughter back, even though he doesn't even know his daughter. That he says a lot of things. Just that he doesn't care about the wyverns, doesn't care if they all die or not. That really puts Cranberry off. Cranberry. So you see the claws, the talons. I have been saying them talons. I was saying claws, but I needed to say you fell off your bed. No, that's not good. If I fell off my bed, I would have a lot of problems. This is a loft bed. It's high up. Do you need assistance? I do have fence on this bed. If you see the size. These are really big claws. Okay. They're really big talons. So basically, Charcoal's throat is no match for those. Because they're big. They kind of just... And then boom, he's dead. Nettle is losing her mind. So she's fuzzy. She's got the fuzzy fuzzies. She's got the little mittens. See, I was saying Claude at the start of Smoke and Blood, but then Tide and Kiwi were fighting, and I didn't want to say claws for both of them. So I changed it to talons for Kiwi. So then Tide gets the claws, and then Kiwi gets the talons. Because I didn't want to say talons. I didn't want to say claws a million times. Because the repetition really bothers me. Saying the same word multiple times in the span of a few sentences. I don't like that. I don't want that to be there. Just like this. They got the claws. They got the little claws. They're like, and talons are like, Birds of prey. So basically, the raptors, the storm gliders, you know the tones. Getting up right, the lore, the lore, the lore, the lore, the lore, the lore, the lore. The lore is very important. I need to draw the eye shine in this. Yes, I do say pause. I say pause a lot. Okay, yeah. So they're arguing with Charcoal. Charcoal is yelling about how they didn't get any food and that he and his wife are hungry and they didn't bring back more food and they just brought back a wyvern and they don't want to eat the wyvern because they don't do that. And the reasoning is because they don't want to be like the storm gliders, because the storm gliders killed Kainai and all that. Mainly storm because storm is storm. Yeah, they don't want to be like the guy, the one that killed their son. They don't want to be like that. So they refuse to eat dragons. Unless, of course, it's the exception of a bushhopper or a molten scale. And then prey is also scarce because the raptors, the storm gliders, they got a lot. They got a big old pack of storm gliders. They got a lot of people to feed, and they're also just faster. They should really hunt at night because they are nocturnal. Well, that was during the day. They decided to try it during the day. You know, the storm gliders do it during the day, and they should do it during the night. Feldspar does go out during the night afterwards to go get food. Yeah, Charcoal's insistent that they eat a blackberry or they go grab one of the young storm gliders like Volt or something. There's more than Volt. There's more tiny children than Volt. Because they're very specific. They're like, no, we would never do that. We will not eat a child, and we will not eat a dragon. We will not eat this poor wyvern. You are a wyvern. I don't know why you want me to eat this other wyvern. You're the same species. Cannibalism. So if we call a wyvern a dragon, here's the thing, dragons aren't real. So basically I can call a wyvern a dragon and no one should get mad because they're not real. They're not real. We don't need to be crazy about names for something that doesn't exist. Other than Komodo dragons and bearded dragons. So see, those are dragons. Those are the only real dragons. Like, they're talking about dragons. They need 4 legs and 2 wings to be dragons. And if they have 2 wings and 2 legs, it's a wyvern. No, it's we can say the same thing. If, I don't know, Game of Thrones or something. Game of Thrones, they say dragons. All of those are technically wyverns because they have the 2 arms and the 2 the 2 wings and 2 legs. They say dragons. They all say dragons, even though they are all built like wyverns. But yeah. Yeah, haha. Anyway, I keep getting into these off-topic rants about things. I do have one worm. One worm. It is Barracuda, the Gisab AU. Anyway, yeah, Charcoal just says they're gonna eat storm glider leftovers because sometimes they don't finish their meals and they leave just the rest of it lying around. Nettle is too shy to say that she would like some fruit. Fruit is way easier to get than the meat because the storm gliders are carnivorous. Yeah. So they won't be getting rid of the fruit. So the fruit is all just free. It's all free. Um. Yeah. See, nettle is nice. The only reason that feldspar and quarry are letting charcoal have some of what they catch is because they like nettle. So yeah. Otherwise, they just let charcoal deal with his problems on its own. But no, nettle is great and nice, and they like nettle. They don't want nettle to starve. And that nettle is just a little silly. And she doesn't like to leave their little nest that they got. So yeah. Although they did originally live in the jungle, but they moved away because I don't know. They moved away after the cranberry incident. The egg disappeared and like, what is this? I don't want to live here anymore. Yeah. No, feldspar. Feldspar goes out. There's some Epen. There's some Epen going on. It's cold outside because it's so wet. Yeah, the cranberry incident where her egg got taken by a glow snake. That thing. Yeah, that happened. I have like sketches of that, but I don't have the sketchbook. Actually, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I don't have the sketchbook for that. Actually, I could totally get it right now. There. Okay, I think it's in here. No, there's that. I did finally find optimal sea dragon. It took forever, but I finally figured out what a sea dragon looks like. Everything else is terrible. There's Shame Snoker. There's Ardrake. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do anything with I don't even know what it's called. Parodia. I think it's Parodia. It's a planet that I literally made up for because that's a weird looking thresher. I like a lot of things. I'm very easy to please. And I don't like to point out errors for some reason. Because I've seen fan art of some of my sea dragons where they make the top part of like the frill on the back of their head. They make two different points, but really it's one singular point, and then the bottom is two. So I don't know. I don't point that. There's secrets. There's this. These are the tiny prey species and all that. Okay, well, the glow snake. They exist. They're small and they can't talk. And this is a bush hopper. That is the only picture of bush hopper that I have. Nothing else. And then there's the glow snake that I literally no. And then there's the molten scale. It's complicated. Okay. The only reason that I don't point out design errors is because I don't. I feel like it makes it sound like I don't like it, but then I do. So yeah, I'm worried about giving the wrong idea. Oh yeah, these aren't the best doodles. I have doodles of Cranberry Incident. The side view on that glow snake, that's not very good. Yeah, glow snake got the egg, and then Lemon is sleeping, and Lemon's like, "Oh my goodness, what is that? There's a snake with an egg." And then the glow snake is like, "Oh crap, there's a wyvern," and then the glow snake gets got by the lime, and yeah. And then basically, Cranberry hatches a little bit later and proceeds to bite Lime. Lime gets bit. Yes, this is great. I love these. Just like I love these. I love all of these. I love them. We got a blackberry. Got the blackberry. And then there's the rest of them. Charcoal. I'm trying to figure out Charcoal's colors because he's got dark. He's like dark gray, and then there's maybe some orange. But I'm confused. What else? What is this? No, we don't talk about that. There's that. Yes, dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is great. This, I got the head figured out, but I don't know anything else about the body shape. Just the head. I just know the head. It's like kind of a skull head. It's not like a skull. It's not wearing a skull. It's just a skull. The antlers are weird. Then it's a really puffy neck. That is just that. These are yeah, since I don't have the motivation to do the other two ornament designs. Don't worry about that. It's just a character concept. Yeah, since I am not going to have the motivation to finish two more ornaments, I will replace it with the wonderful lore. You will get access to the work in progress lore that I haven't finished. That's what I'm gifting you. Trust, you'll love it because you want this lore. Okay, here's the rest of them. You do have the work in progress cursed reference sheet. I don't know if you would. Yes, you get access to lore before it's done. The strawberry is weird. The plum is pretty good. These two are twins. And then Mango is older than them. I don't know if it's like, I'm pretty sure that like I inhaled cursed. You got holly and you got maple. For some reason, I made strawberry and maple have similar horns, even though they're not related. For some reason, I had it in my brain that they were related, and I literally forgot that I made it that they weren't related. I I don't have parents for plum and strawberry yet. Yeah, mango is older, and mango. I tried to get mango. Mango talking to plum and strawberry in the cranberry lore snippet. It's supposed to be like Warrior Cats when an apprentice is talking to the kids. That's the vibe that I want. Yeah. Cranberry is on the burnt tree stump, which used to be a tree, but then the fire happened and it's not there anymore. It's a big old stump. Tree. A big, thick, and short tree the dragon fruit stood on, and now cranberry just gets the stump. Then there's maple and there's nettle. Net. I don't know why I gave charcoal these antlers. It's really painful to draw those antlers because just yeah. Yeah, mango is silly. Mango has the one little horn. Mango is also blepping. The one problem I have with trying to make the eyeball is that I erased it so many times that now it looks kind of like a demon eyeball. Also, I forgot what gender mango was. And now I need to look at that later. This is a very gender neutral name and design. Little blip. Yeah. At this point, we're just gonna finish the coloring in my own time. We have the Serpentiles. I literally didn't draw these guys. I haven't drawn these guys since 8th grade, and I finally decided that I needed to draw them again because I didn't like the way the old design was because their arms were way too small for the size of their body, so I had to fix that. So now they're better. And then that's just Noctis Windworm. Yeah, Serpentile. This is Serpentile. They don't talk. They don't talk, but they are very big. They are more of a predator species. So yeah, and then they have the stripes. Now this is literally so much better than the old art that I had. Yeah, that's just Noctis being surrounded by Serpentiles because I don't know, so why not? It's silly, because that's a canon event. He goes, okay, I love Serpentiles. I love when the sea dragons bump into the Serpentiles, and then they're just a really big inconvenience. And they get annoyed all the time whenever they bump into a Serpentile. It's great. Oh, you have this silly. You have the trout and the kiwi doing trout and kiwi things. Because the trout, he's sniffing, and then he sees the kiwi. The kiwi is burying her dad. He takes another step forward. He steps on a tree branch, and then he's like, "Oh no, I stepped on a tree branch." And then the kiwi is like, "What the heck is that?" And then she's sniffing him, and she's relaxing a little bit because this is just a child. I feel like the size isn't accurate. Trout is tiny. So he freaks out, and then he defensively swipes at the kiwi, and then she's got the little scar, and she's moving her head. She opens it. She looks back at the child. The child is freaking out because now she's all angry. And then, like, she gets his hind leg a little bit, and he's not having a very good time. So yeah, there's that. My hand hurts from looking at my fingers. Trout is a baby. Trout does not have a good time. Let's see. Trout is a lucky boy though, because he Soul likes him. Soul likes him, and that, yeah. He's very lucky for Soul liking him. Speaking of Soul, yeah. So Aurora is manipulating Soul in a way so that Soul thinks that everything that he's doing is his own choice. But it's not. But he thinks that it is. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what is happening. So, like, Aurora telling him that he should totally go kill Volt because he's really upset about. He keeps getting angry about Volt. And I was like, okay, you should totally go kill him. And Soul thinks that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. This is definitely my idea, and I'm doing this because I want to do it. He doesn't actually want to do it, but he thinks that he wants to do it. So, but really, it's the manipulation. And he doesn't realize that it was all a trick. It was all lies. Everything was a lie. He doesn't realize it until after he kills Volt, and then that's really the last straw for him. So, like, all these dragons that he's killed, he thinks he's doing it because he wants to, but he doesn't. Like, he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he thinks that he's doing it for a reason. And then Mosaic is just raised to think that killing is fun and silly. So, Mosaic is a goofy goober, and then the second she gets, like, a scent of blood, she's no longer a goofy goober, and she will commit a murder. So, yeah, it's great. Yeah. Rings on this. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I finally decided to separate the tail on Spectre from the rest of her body, by the way. So I finally know how to draw Spectre. I finally figured that out. I'm so happy that I figured that out. Because it was bothering me for such a long time that I didn't know how to draw Spectre. And now I know how to draw Spectre. And now we're saved. Everyone is great. Hello. There's this weird little checkered here. Weird little thing. The old checker. That is old checker. Scary. I'm scared. There's a chubby infestation dragon. There's that. We don't look at that. Yeah, okay. Checkered just being checkered. Just terrible attempts at portraits. For some reason, Alchemitis. Why is Alchemitis here? I don't know. Alchemitis. It's Alchemitis. You know Alchemitis. There's a little 013 under a leaf in the rain. He's under the leaves of a plant. Under the leaves of a little plant. He's just there. Someone needs to let him back inside. He got kicked out. He got kicked out of the house. And someone needs to open the door for him. He's a silly, silly guy. Learning the ways of the art. There will always be this unfinished drawing where I did manage to draw Noctis completely. Ah, yes, Xeno. I'm sure that Xeno can deal with everyone's problems. Trout is partly done. I keep forgetting that I don't have this done. And then Thresher isn't in there at all. He's supposed to have a really big fish that he's holding. Trout got a real big fish, and he's pretty proud of himself. But yeah. So proud of his big fish. Oh, there's a really weird attempt at Thresher. It's not a good attempt. A thunderstorm. Yes. Someone needs to get 13, like a raincoat or an umbrella. Or someone who actually likes him. Someone who knows that Matrix is not a good dad. And then it's a good thing that he's dead. The pandemonium. Pandemonium is in my bed. Pandemonium has been sitting on the shelf next to my... So basically, Pandemonium is watching me sleep. Okay, so I drew that. So you know what? That's terrible. That's not... Major has problems. Oh no. 13, no. 13 doesn't deserve this. 13 is trying to make all of his siblings' lives better, and he kills Matrix, and he frees everyone's consciousness, and they don't respect him for it. They finally have control over their body and have free will and can do whatever they want. No, thank you for 13. The poor guy. So if you see the phases of the pandemonium and how the first was terrible and the second was the final. I don't even know how that happens. I'm pretty proud of myself. $13 does not deserve pain. 13 is everyone's savior, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. Like 05, Emperor, 05. The squids, the squids are obsessed with Chainsmoker, who is a woman. They're all women. Pandemonium. What if I sell him? We have Ardrake. The thought behind Ardrake. Basically, chemistry assignment. We had to make a villain or superhero based on an element of the periodic table. So last time we did it, we had to make a cereal box that was like based on an element, and I picked argon. And I got lucky enough. Okay, well, actually, I think I got assigned argon. I don't remember. So then in this one, I picked argon again. So last time it was I think I did like a random animal starting with the letter A thing to pick the mascot. And it was an Aoudad, which is some kind of ram. So it was a ram, and it was named Autumn. We don't talk about Autumn the Aoudad. I think it was a boy. Basically, I heard this. I was like, I can make the best thing. I can make the best thing ever. So I did this. I did post the lore. Did you see the lore that I posted for this? Do you remember it? So he was a bramble ram. I think bramble ram is the species of dragon I came up with. He was a bramble ram that lost a fight over territory. And then his wounds caught up to him and he died. Basically, there's 18 sectors on this planet, Perodia here. It's like the number of elements 118, I think. 118T number 118T. Something. The planet is basically based on the periodic table, and the elements are way more potent on this planet than anywhere else in the world. So in Sector 18, it's the noble gases. This is chemistry. Yes, we're talking about chemistry stuff. Noble gases. There was an argon storm. So argon is not exactly visible, but if it gets charged up by electricity or something, it'll turn purple. So basically, it's just think of it, it's like a thunderstorm. It's really low to the ground. It's basically on the ground. So it occasionally flashes purple. It's not like sudden strobe lights. It's like it wouldn't give you a seizure. So argon is more dense than the air. So like the lore that I made, the first bit of it is basically Thorn and Thorn dying, and basically describing the events. And the next is a report from the scientist. I don't remember the name of this. It's like Meadow or something. So it's not radioactive. Argon doesn't react with anything, and its melting and boiling point and freezing point are all extremely low temperatures. So since it's not radioactive, what it did is that it took multiple years for the argon to take over Thorn's body. Because it doesn't react with all the stuff, because it's the noble gas. It's eight valence electrons on it. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, there's the sectors. Sector 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Because of the groups on them. This is very heavy. The groups on the periodic table, and then the elements in the groups are in each sector, and then like some of them can take over the areas differently. I'm getting really tired right now. Some elements take over dragons differently than others. So a more radioactive element could possibly take over the body of a dragon that's still alive. But argon, it has to be a long dead dragon so that it can actually do its thing. So if he stands completely still, then it just looks like a bunch of floating bones. But then the more he moves, the more purple he gets because of all the thing. He can't talk because he's a dead body and he doesn't have the things to talk. I also don't know the skeletal structure of a dragon because they're not real. Basically what happened is that the bones were really weak and flimsy. So Ardrake replaced his bones with rocks. So technically it's not exactly a skeleton. It's just supposed to kind of look like a skeleton. But it's rocks. It's all rocks. So he's suffering constantly because he's hungry all the time. He's always hungry. So he's always going around and committing murder and trying to eat stuff. But he doesn't have a stomach. So he can't actually eat. But he continuously goes around anyway and kills everything in sight. Trying to satiate himself, his everlasting hunger. But he can't. And then he also climbs to the tops of the highest mountains. Because basically what I have, since Argon's boiling and freezing are all like, they're all around the same temperature. They're all really cold. He climbs to the top of mountains. Because if he experiences those temperatures all at once, then it'll like mess up the argon so badly that the argon will leave his body and he will die again. He'll stop feeling anything and he'll just be a pile of rocks. So he is suicidal. If I can say that, because mentions of suicide, I think that's a trigger warning. He did get contained. He is contained. Something about drones. Scientist. Yeah, he's a bit of a sad boy. He does commit a lot of murder. Okay, so since the Animorphs on my own planet, my main planet, where all this stuff happens, since they're all mammals, all the Animorphs on this are reptiles and dragons and stuff. So yeah, because like Alchemidus is a ram. Arctic is my persona, but she also is a character that I have. Not my self-insert, no. I guess Kiwi is also technically me. But then Arctic is my persona, and Kiwi is more of the character and the mascot. Yeah, and then the experiment, that guy that doesn't have a name, before he was the experiment, he's just experiment 1. Because Alchemidus is experiment 0. He experimented on himself. Okay, what would you do if I told you that Alchemidus and Aurora actually fuse? Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Sometimes you have you have a character that is yourself, but then like you want that character in the lore. See, it's not exactly my self-insert because the things that the character would do are not things that I would be doing in real life. So it's not exactly me. It's not my exact personality. The personality of the character is way different. Oh, but no, the I need to stop holding this. The main scientist is actually kind of Alfie's inspired, but not on purpose. Alfie's from Undertale. I am actually an Alphys fan. Or Alphys. I don't know. From Undertale. Because Alphys. If we know who Alphys from Undertale is, I'm the few people who enjoy Alphys. Because I don't think the people actually like Alphys. They don't like that she calls you a million times or something. But I accept. Yes. I think I got Undertale because it was on sale. I got real invested. Okay, no one. Spectre is insanely inspired by Undyne, but I feel like she's different enough, and I don't get it pointed out that much. So I'm pretty sure I'm good. Although I feel like the eye thing might have to change. I might not keep the eye thing. I don't know about the eye thing. The eye thing might be too much. Other than that, it's not actually the same. Yeah, it's not the same. She's different enough to where I'm not getting a million things saying that it's just Undyne, so it's fine. That is on my guilty conscience though about the inspiration. The guilty conscience, me thinking that that is not good, but then everyone else is like, no, it's fine. I feel like I need to end this live because I'm getting tired and it's midnight. It's midnight. There's a 2-hour delay. Yeah. But no, it is scientist. She's a yellow dragon. She has wings. She wears a lab coat. She's yellow. She also wears glasses. The only similarity that she has with Alphys is that she's yellow, and she wears a lab coat and she has glasses. Other than that, there's nothing. They have completely different personalities. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that her name is Meadow. Not as in Vaughn Meadow from Breath of the Wild, but Meadow as in like a field of flowers. Yeah, I need to end the. She contained Alchemitis. I don't know how she wrote down a bunch of. No, wait, that's like Alchemitis. It's not Alchemitis. Ardrake. Different ram. This is what happens. I need to figure out what color Alchemitis is. I don't know what color Alchemitis is. Alchemitis is Alchemitis, okay. Also, Greg came up with that name. Anyway, yeah, live needs to be ended. Live needs to no more live. How do we end the live? You need to sleep. I need to sleep. The one other person maybe needs to sleep. I don't know. Time zones. Yes, take care. Take care. Silly things. Silly hearts. Wait, I can do the heart thing. I can do the heart thing. Here's the heart. Here's your heart. Yeah, okay. There's your heart. Do what you will with that. I'm gonna blow this live up. Everyone take care. What What is it? It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. It's just me saying I love you makes me uncomfortable for some reason. And I don't want it to, but it does. I don't know what I don't feel about that, but yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, it doesn't make me uncomfortable when you say it, but then when I say it, it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want it to, but it does, and I can't stop it. Anyway. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Anyway. Just take care and get the EPs and don't stay up until 1 at least. Just try to go to bed before 1. Because yesterday that was not the case. Yes. Yep. Blow it up. Just yeah.